Hello, hello. Welcome to day number 32 of trying to reach 1500 ELO. I'm sitting right around the 1400 threshold. Kind of dropped back down from that 1450 high that we were on a few days ago. Still haven't really climbed back. Been playing so-so. Let's see. I did all right today so far. But yeah, we'll see how tonight goes. So yeah. Alright, as always, starting with the daily puzzle and then moving into games. Okay, it is white to move. We are going this way. Uh, and this is called Sus Rook, is what the name of this puzzle is. So, always checks and captures. I see 2 checks. I see 0 captures at the moment. My first instinct is to play this check. So if we kind of calculate this line, his king is in check. He could push up, but I think we have here, here, and then we're queening. Of course, he could take and go here, here, takes, but then we queen, and that's worth a lot more. Or if we go here, here, I think we can still take because we'll just take his rook after he trades it off. So I think we can say that this doesn't work, right? If we go here, he plays here. Now that's a bit more complex, maybe? Because I'm not too sure what we do after, like, after king here. We have this check, but he can just take. And I'm not too sure we have necessarily a winning square to be on. It's like, we need to be on this square, right? That's kind of where our knight is going to shine, is helping us to fork something. So if we play here, he goes here. And we could look at this move. I think he just can play here. This is also a idea for sure. Like maybe we play here. Sorry, no, let's keep, we go here, he goes here. I'm just not really seeing the variation. There's nothing forcing enough to make it work, I don't think. So let's try here for a second. If he goes here, I think we go here, he goes here. I think we can go here. If he takes, oh yeah, I'm not too sure. It's one of these two. Maybe we make a threat on the rook. The rook goes here. I don't know, I'm not seeing it. What am I missing? Let's try it. Okay, this is the wrong move. I just wanted to try something. Okay, both of these are wrong. Was it to go one of these two? Nope. Okay. I guess, yeah, okay, that makes the most sense just to push up. Do we have this move? The idea that if they take, we go here. We're protecting this so they can't stop us. He has to go here. We promote anyway. Trade off his rook. Yeah. But, what's the follow-up though? Why would he play there? There seems like there's so many different, like, moves. I don't know. This is the December 8th, end of the week, so this is the hardest one. And I wonder what this puzzle is rated, actually. Don't know if I can see it. But it's a complicated one for sure. Oh, got a 404. Yeah, I wish they put the ratings for the puzzles because I'd like to know. That was a difficult one for sure. Did not get that. All right. Yeah, you guys can see this is one of my previous games and in a draw. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into today's games. So with black, we can always play the King's Indian. Looks like he's going to be fianchettoing his bishop as well. I think now I ought to play here just to avoid him being able to push. And I could probably even look at playing here since there's no... But I think this still works in this case. And if he pushes up, we can go here, here, and kind of put our knight here. Adding another attacker to this square. And I think if he takes, we just take back, and there's nothing that he has immediate to challenge that. My one downside is it kind of closes up this bishop. So I'm a little bit hesitant for that reason. I think we also have like c6 maybe. Play c6 first here. We play a little bit more passive, moving our knight out there and then looking to play here and there. But I don't know, I'm not too familiar with this position. I don't really want to strike at the center just yet. So yeah, we can just play our knight there. Thinking we could play here next. I think now I'll kind of strike at the center. Of course, we are going to be blocking, but we can also take with the knight now, which makes it a little bit more versatile, right? Like getting this big open diagonal. And of course, when there's a piece here, similar to ourselves, we are also blocking his nice, big, long diagonal. So I don't think it's too worrisome or too bad for us. Also, this pawn's hanging at the moment. Just see what he does here. He's taking quite a while. It's fairly early on in the game. My guess is he's trying to like come up with some sort of plan, maybe. But yeah, we'll see what he does. We'll see what he does. Okay, he just pushes here. It still looks like it's kind of hanging. And again, I don't really want to play here and allow him just to activate that bishop. That would be a big mistake. But I'm not seeing what he has after here. I mean, I think I'm just going to take. I don't see why I can't. And if he wants to trade queens, that's fine too. Now we put our rook on the nice open file instead of him. Thinking I can play here. And if he plays here, well, for starters, we could take that way. If he like reinforced it here, I could also take, and also that could just be the goal is to take, and we're freeing up this defender to defend our knight here. So I think I'm going to do that. And we'll see what he plays. Because I don't really have any... I mean, here is probably okay, but it doesn't really have a lot of squares, and of course that square was covered, right? I have to go like here, and I don't think that's very good for us. But now with here, I think we have here. I guess we also could have just played out here originally, but it felt a little bit like it was lacking protection. You know, after like a move like this, he kind of just kicks us away and we have to move back. So in this position, either he's going to have to kind of overextend, or we're going to kind of get rid of and open up some of these lines. Of course, in this position, I think we still might just have to go back. But I'm wondering if we have even like... So like I said, I'm just... Okay. Here. And then... I'm thinking I have something along these lines. But I'm almost wondering if I should wait for him to play this first. And I guess he can always take with his knight. I still think that knight's not so good. We're kind of holding everything together. I'm just going to go here for a couple reasons. It's kind of allowing us to activate our bishop as well as taking away another square from our opponent. You know, that's kind of one of those things, though. We haven't moved our bishop yet because I'm still not really too sure where I want to put the bishop in this position. Wondering if we have here. That seems like it might be alright. Maybe we go here first. With the idea that this knight isn't going anywhere, and here we can make a double threat if he doesn't see the reason for that. Or kind of the tactic behind it, as well as also connecting our rooks finally. I don't know if this is going to be the permanent square for this bishop, but I think if we end up with some exchanges, maybe this pawn looks... These two look a little bit weak since they're doubled, and also there's nothing really back here to protect this pawn. But so yeah, he does see it, so now there's no need to play that. But I'm also looking along these lines here. Like here. Go here. He has to move somewhere. Here maybe takes. If he takes here, then I think we can take here, and that's fine. But I think this whole line starts with this move here. So yeah, let's play that first. Because we need him off of and of course this is now a little bit weak, but I think now we can play here, and it also defends that. But I fully expect him to take, and then we just take here. He could also play this move, and then I think we'd be best taking the rook. And maybe even trading queens. I'm not sure, but I think yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens. Because he'll probably take back that way. But we should be winning material in this position. Yeah, I think we'll just be winning material. It's just kind of which line we're gonna, which path we're going to proceed down. It's taking a lot of time to think. I don't blame him, but I don't know if he has a good solution out of this, to be honest with you. Yeah, I think that was probably his only line. Just want to make sure I'm not, if I were to take here, after he does have this fork, but I think I can just play here. And yeah, he could trade us off. But I think that's fine. And then maybe push. Yeah, not too sure. Or actually, it might be better just to go ahead and play that then. Yeah, maybe we'll just take here. Think I can just go ahead and play here. And basically the idea is that we're kind of just asking him if he wants to trade off. He does have this move, and I think I can drop back. Or I could also play something like, I don't know, he's no longer really threatening the fork. Like I could play here, right? But I think that'd be a mistake because I think he would just have a very weak knight after that. So yeah. I think I can just play here. Look at playing here. Dropping my queen back if needed. But I think we'll be fine too. We probably want to go ahead and place a rook on this file as well. Or just completely forget that. Yeah, we had a pawn there. But we don't anymore. So now we no longer have to worry about it. All part of the plan. Let's see. I think we could probably just go here, but he may go back. I'm looking also at maybe this idea of just trading off the queen since we're up a piece. Since we're up a piece, we're kind of allowed to just try and trade off. So yeah, I think I may do that. I think the good news is that we're up in time as well, so. See what he does. But yeah, we're about a minute and a half up here. And that's definitely a better position to be in than down a minute and a half. I think his idea here is really just to kind of get out of the way, but I think after this fork, I'm not too sure he has a choice but to take us, and now we get a pass pawn. Because if not, he's going to lose that. Of course, he could do nothing and just push too, would be an interesting idea, right? Saying that, you know, you can take it any time, but I'm here. And so this is protected with the queen and kind of an x-ray protection. And he doesn't want to give us necessarily the pass pawn, right? That might be his best move, just to kind of ignore that, because he's right. I mean, it's not really a threat on the bishop. So he does, yeah. But now I think let's see, what's the best way to go? I take here first. I don't think he can afford to take there. I think I can just take there. And maybe look at putting a threat like that on the bishop. And that's really bad because then he's losing his bishop or his rook. He'll have to probably take us here. Like, if he doesn't take us. I think if he just trades it, then I think we're probably about equal, but we have a pass pawn with the rook supporting it. It's going to be hard to defend for sure. But yeah, he can't take us here, right? Because then we'll take his queen with check. He can probably take us, and then we go here, here, and we probably play here, check. He goes here, we move here. I think we just go here and we make another one. If he goes here, we're going to let him have our rook because it's not worth nearly as much as the queen. And I don't actually know if he can stop us from queening here. I kind of think this position is just lost for him. Yeah, like I said, we'll just give him that rook. There's no reason to... Now we're just up a queen, and we should be able to win. But I think as we saw last game, it's kind of difficult sometimes with just the queen, but we do have the rook this time, so it's not too bad, actually. And, yeah. We're just going to be picking up his pieces here. Okay, he resigns. He's had enough of that. Yeah. We can go over the game review. We had one blunder, but we played pretty well. 84.7% accuracy. Pretty good. And now it's saying we have 0 blunders, but we do have a missed win. So yeah, we played that game well. And I think really we just played a solid opening. This is a bit dubious. It doesn't necessarily like it. Probably wanted this better. But, you know, I liked our version where we kept this open file open. And in the end, it's actually, kind of, this is a missed win. Why is this a missed win? What did we have here instead? Does it like to take? No, it liked d3 best. But what's like, you know, if you just, that seems like a normal move, right? To try and go here. But now we have knight takes f4. And we got a very similar position in the game, just we didn't have here. Now knight to d7. And I guess, no, he cannot push right away. Yeah, he doesn't have a ton of good moves. Maybe like a rook, I don't know, probably here maybe. And then we play queen to b6. No, sorry, queen to b6. And I guess the idea is that we'll just be winning this. If he goes here, which seems like a good move, good enough, right? What do we have? We have e5. Now we go back and block. So it's just kind of an alternative to going back to block. Nope. And this is, I think this should be classified more as a blunder because now this gave us a +2 as to where it was at +0 or -0.7, and now it's -0.2 point something. So I think this is better classified as a mistake because it allows for this move. And then we find some good ideas here. It doesn't like this move. Okay, because here he had knight takes here, and after here, here. So we can even play f to d8, plays here, we play here. That's a mistake because it allows for that. But yeah, why would we play that? I would think that we'd want to like go here maybe instead. Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't actually like this position very much for us. I thought that was a nice little tactic, but and I'm not seeing an immediate win. But it says we are winning here. It says we should have just played c4 in this position. Not allowing him to take it that way, and if he takes it this way, we can probably... it wants us to take the queen. We play here, maybe, and then we take... Let's see, can you take with either? I think you can take with either, but it's better to take with the bishop, having another threat here. And if he does something like this, then I think he just gives us a piece in the end with this fork. So yeah. And I think after this, we were just in the lead, and I don't think he ever really made any big challenges. So yeah, we can move on. But I think it was a pretty good game. The computer may disagree with me, but sometimes it's like that. That's a very early push. It seems like I should be able to punish this with this sort of idea, right? But the thing is, after here, he just plays back here. Maybe I could play queen to here. I guess he has this move, double defended. So yeah, that might not be the best way to go about this. Yeah, I don't really know the best way to compete against this, but I think I'll just go here. If he just drops back, then I'll just drop my queen here, and we have an early active queen. Granted, it's kind of blocking us from playing that move, but I think we'll end up with just kind of a different game altogether, to be honest with you. We could probably bring our queen back and be fine, but what's the fun in that? The point here is that at some point this will be weak, and I think he only has one move to play here. No, I guess he could always play it in the next... in the next move. Let's see if he plays it. Of course, he could also play a queen here. But yeah, he does play it. Wondering if here is a little bit too cheeky, but we're just kind of getting in here, developing, right? He obviously can't take because of the same idea. And if he takes this way, then we can take here, takes here. And then we can probably just play like bishop here, threatening to take a pawn. So yeah, I'm gonna give that one a go and see what happens. Obviously, this is just a completely different defense system, one that I'm not super used to, but I figure I'll give this one a go here and see what happens. So I'm making a threat on his knight here. I don't really think he's threatening much. He may be trying to give us this check. That is not a check I was envisioning. What's wrong after we take here? I mean, one of these, right? But then can't we just drop back? And I guess he's getting it back with that and some initiative. So maybe I shouldn't even take that. If I take here, he comes here, I go here, he goes here, I go here. I'm still up though, right? I don't know. Let's give it a try. And also, he can't take because I'm defended. So yeah. I wonder if it's better just to go back, but I'm gonna go a more natural move here. But now he's under attack here. This is defended. Okay, so he's threatening mate here. So I do need to be careful. Here works to stop the checkmate. And after here, here check, and we're fine. Yeah, I think we can just play there. And I'm not too sure what he plays. Maybe we try and do this. Of course, we still have this piece. It looks like it's kind of hanging at the moment. And yeah, and here we take with check, and this is nice for us. This position I'm not worried about. Yeah, and I think here we can just kind of chill. We're nice and protected. Of course, our rook's a little bit weak here. But yeah. Alright, there's no way we're just going to let him take our rook. It's an interesting move, but I'm not sure. It looks like he just trapped his queen after this move. So yeah. A very unique approach to the opening for sure. Yeah, I guess he does have this. I guess he does have this. What do I have? I feel like I should have some tool here. I can't go here because he might take or he will take us. So I think we'll just trade off here, and we're up another piece, right? And we're chilling. I'm gonna have to look at this. That opening seems really not good for him, and it seemed like he played some sort of gambit to take here, and we just had to find the best moves. But you know, we got to be careful. Game's not over, of course. And it feels now that all the main pieces are off the board, it feels like it might be a little bit. I don't know, not too late, but it feels like now there's no reason why we can't go ahead and get some piece activity here, right? Just gonna play here next. That's fine. We can just go here, threaten that. Our knight doesn't need to go anywhere anytime soon. Wondering if we also have ideas of just sacrificing, maybe. Not sure. But I don't want to get too crazy. We're just up like 2 knights, basically. attacking here, looking at this, which it's not really a fork because it's just a trade-off, but again, our goal here is now to trade off material and just simplify. Also, like, after here, 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 I think we win another pawn. But yeah, we just go here, and then we're still threatening this. I'm gonna go here and threaten this fork. Again, not really a fork, but our goal here is to trade off. And also we're blocking, right? So now we can put a bishop back on a8 and look to take maybe. But now, yeah, now that's another fork. Okay, one blunder. Let's see. Maybe he played this opening very wrong. But maybe we shouldn't have. No, it says we did all right. Just 3 mistakes. So this is fine. Queen here is an okay move. I think what would have been best is just to play the knight out here. It's much more like civilized, right? And this is a mistake. Yeah, it probably felt like it was a little bit rushed, and in the future probably shouldn't play it. But this is a yeah, I don't know. I'm not too sure what he was going for with this. And then after, I think we just played some slight inaccuracies. This is a mistake because it allows this. But after this, like I said, we have this move. No, it doesn't like this. So what was the... Maybe it wants us just to move. Actually, yeah, this might have been a little bit better. No. Yeah, that would have been best for sure. And then now we can just take it for free. So yeah. But yeah, in the future we should probably just play knight to d7 in that line. Okay, plan is white here. So I think when he's playing here, I'm more worried about preventing this move. Especially since I haven't even moved my bishop out yet. So like this move is still an option. And now I can play here, and then I can just play my bishop out. This is an interesting choice to move out here so early. I'm wondering what exactly his point is with that. Maybe to add defense onto this, but we're just going to go here. Yeah, but see, we can play here because we're still defended at the moment, so I'm not too worried about him getting in here. But that is something to be aware of. But our knight's not blocking us, so... we're just going to go here, here, here. He doesn't... I mean, he can go here, here. But then that's a fork. So he'll probably take us. So if that's the case, I'm wondering if I should just go here since we want our queen on f3 more anyway. Right, because he'll probably see that this fork exists. And if he doesn't, then, well, then we'll win a piece. My guess is he'll see that, though, and he'll just offer us the trade. No, he doesn't. Okay, so we should be winning a piece. He has this kind of move as counterplay, but I think we can just go here, and he's not threatening anything that isn't under protection. Of course, he could plop his knight here, but actually maybe that's his best move. Here, drops back, yeah. But I think honestly we're doing better if we just make this trade. We should probably just take the 2 pieces for the rook. I'll look to put our queen here maybe. get our king to maybe a safer square on h2. Although this actually doesn't look so safe at the moment. But we'll probably play here and then there. I'm wondering if he's going to try and like castle queenside maybe. Yeah, I guess this is a good protector for these two squares. If I go here, I kind of lose that, don't I? Although this is the only square that's a little bit weaker since this is still protected no matter what. But if I played here and then we did some sort of... Well, actually that wouldn't work. He'd have to go here, here, and then he has here now. I think for the time being, I'm just going to play this move. It's probably not the most accurate. But the idea is I would much prefer him to castle this, and sometimes if they see that I'm already pushing pawns over on the queen side, they get a little bit reserved, maybe we can say, about wanting to push. I think I can just play here. Probably ought to play out here. I'm going to be looking to get these pieces probably pushed a bit. So yeah, now I definitely need to play here. And I don't think he really has much going in on this side. And we're going to be knocking at his door very, very soon with a couple of pawns, and we're ready to ask some questions, alright? We got, and we'll probably even want to maybe look at jumping this knight around like that to get on a more productive square rather than like here, here, here. Actually, that doesn't seem so bad either. We can make this jump around. So I think I'm just going to push it and accept that I'm losing this pawn. I could also play knight here. Like takes, because I think he's wanting to open this up. And then I can move like knight here, here, there. And I think we ought to be okay. So I think for that reason alone I can take. But yeah, we'll see what he does. Also, even if I decide not to play that and just leave it as is, I don't think he has a good route in. Maybe he takes with his queen, but if he does that, I'll definitely take him back. And then he'll probably take here, and then I just play here, and I think I'm pretty well defended. So yeah. Wow. So he's more interested in trying to just win our pieces here. I can play here because it's not like we can take this way, although then he can take there. So yeah, better not. I can maybe play here, but I think that just loses us. It's probably best just to get out of this pin, and I'm not too worried about him taking here because then he closes off this file. And if he takes here, then I'll just trade queens. Like I said, it's what I wanted to do in the first place because this attack looks pretty strong, and if his queen is out of the picture, he doesn't really have much of an attack anymore. And so yeah, so he decides to keep the queens on, but in return, he's now closed off this area. I think I'll go here first, and now we're going to start pushing. I think this would be a mistake. Because really what we need is we need to start like getting this open. We have our queen on a good square to be able to jump in in like 2 moves. And this is better anyway, because we'll be able to take at least one way. So he's planning on this, but I think he's a bit slower than us. This is weird that like 2 of our pieces just aren't even active, and yet they're doing just about as... I don't know. I don't think he should have castled kingside, to be honest with you. Actually, I don't even know if he should have castled, because I think he probably had some room to castle queenside though. It's probably fine the way he played it. So now we need to jump around like here. And I'm probably going to like to sacrifice on this line and just bring my queen. What did he do? Okay, he played here. Yeah, that is kind of the downside of that move. But with that file closed, I'm not sure there's any reason we need to be super worried. I guess he has there, here, check. Yeah, that's a little bit of a nuisance. Actually, that's a kind of quite a big nuisance. Yeah, that might have been a mistake, actually, now that I'm looking at it. Maybe I couldn't have allowed that. Okay, so he's going to be looking to play here and then get here. So I think we ought to play here, lose the pawn, move back. And then at some point we'll be able to jump out here with the kind of discovered attack. And just argue that we're well enough defended on the squares that it counts, right? He could play there, but then I think we just go here and we're threatening to take that while still maintaining coverage. Although I guess actually we can't move down there, but this is covered, so actually yes we can. This knight's a very, seems to help us out a lot in terms of defense. But yeah, I think our next move is going to be here, just adding some pressure here. And it's just, he must be frustrated. I would be frustrated. It'd be interesting to look on the game review to see if like he has something here. Because if he does, I'm not seeing it. Yeah, so he played that move. But I think we said we can just play, I think here, because we definitely need to keep this knight. But yeah, we can threaten to take here. I think here would have been an equal thing, but I'm actually kind of hoping he doesn't see that's defended that way and maybe makes a mistake. Again, it's not good to play hopeful chess, but I think we can still hope all the same. Let's see, is there any reason here is less beneficial? I guess it allows him to come in here. How dangerous is that? Is it worth a draw, though? I don't know. I'll see. I'll see if he repeats moves here. He probably doesn't want to. He probably thinks he's winning. But we're also up quite a bit in time, too. And as to while I don't want to lose, I really want to win this. It's also a +9 for the ELO, so it's going to help us out a lot. So yeah, I don't know how long has what are we at here? About 50 minutes. I think we got time for one more after this game. But here, I think... I have this move, and we're kicking him. I think that's the only square he can really go to that isn't defended. He could play here. But now it looks like he's kind of closed off his... You always gotta be careful with the knights, but he's still gonna have to move on the next, and he doesn't have any sort of discovered, and he's not taking out any defenders, so I think here is fine. Yeah, I think he has to go. I guess he had back there now too. I have a pawn here. I'm feeling like this would be better in the long run. I'm also wondering if we have this move. The idea that we're now threatening this, right? He can take here, but actually I think we do have that move. I think he has to take here, we take here, he takes here, we take here. And then he needs to find a place for his knight, which it's probably back here. Could also go here, but I'm worried about him developing a little bit there. So I think I'm going to play this move. And I think it's a bit harder to calculate, and, you know, in terms of time, we have an advantage there. So I think this would be a mistake, because after takes, we just have takes, yeah. And so I think we're just winning his knight now. Although I guess he could play here. Yeah, I guess he could still play queen takes. But now we're threatening the knight. He doesn't... I guess here's fine. I think... Let's see. I think I am going to take it just because I kind of want to close off this this file, and honestly it's not really doing much over there. And then I'm going to be looking at playing this and winning a pawn. He'll probably play here, and I'll probably just win it right back, I guess. But actually, I think if I play here, it comes with the threat, so he has to address that, which gives us time to play here. So yeah, I think we can take, and if here, we go here. And then I think we can probably push and lock this bishop in a very strong position. Yeah, like I said, we have here, and it's just an attack on his rook, which is more valuable, of course. And so now we can just play this, and we've kind of locked this position. And yeah, we're up a lot on time too. He can try and jump his king in, but it's not really going anywhere. And I think I just win this pawn here. Because, yeah. And yeah, I think in terms of time, maybe if he had more time with the double rooks, he might be able to create some sort of kind of, you know, attack. I'm not sure. But I do think it would be difficult for him. I'm looking kind of at this move, just giving him these two pieces in exchange for the rook, and then I think we're about equal, but maybe not though, because I think this structure and his king there is a little bit stronger. So I'll just play this check here, and now probably here next, just threat there, protecting this and protecting that. So kind of just a good move all around. So yeah, like I said, we'll just play here. Also have a pawn that's waiting for me, adding another defender here, so that's kind of nice. But he's not going to let us play that. I'm surprised that's the move he went with, but I guess he doesn't really have a whole lot of options, does he? I'm just going to play here and get up on this open file. Look to play here next, maybe, but not allow anything in. And yeah, I mean, he's going to time out here, but I do think our position's quite nice as well. So, you know, I think there's probably a lot of moves that we can play here. Maybe not a lot, but I think this one works. I think this one works. I'm going to play this one. It seems probably the most accurate. The one thing I don't like is it creates trouble for me trying to push my king up to get involved. But yeah, he just timed out. So we only made one mistake there. We played really well. Although now it's telling me I had a blunder. This thing is very inconsistent. Let's see. How do we do? The one thing about the stone wall is that it definitely, yeah, so that opening kind of, I think he probably, here, it probably would have been best just for him to take. And then we take with the queen, and this is kind of the structure that we want. And if we see here, I think we're just kicking the knight. It doesn't like it. I'm sure if you play top moves, it's not that great, but as far as I'm concerned, it's fine. And I guess, yeah, I guess that's why. It's because you don't have a way to kick this knight out. Queen f2 is also fine. But yeah. All of this seems... Yeah, he didn't... It was pretty equal here. This is a missed win. Knight to e4 was better. Ah, I see. Because now I cut off that square one more. Alright? So, interesting. That's a very, very interesting move. And his best is to put here. And we're only up +1, which is kind of crazy. But I guess the point is he has a rook and like maybe a pawn. I don't know. It's about +2 for white. But yeah, I think we had that good exchange. We found right moves. And yeah, I don't like it. It likes maybe f4 from our opponent. And then I think it just wants h3. Allowing like these ideas maybe, or I'm not entirely sure, maybe to jump out somewhere like here, and yeah, I don't really know. And then b5, and then what's our next move after b5? En passant, okay, they have c5. Well, let's just say that they played this move, right? We have h1, interestingly enough, allowing this, and then playing e6. Oh, yeah, no, it's defended. Okay. I was like, wait a second, what? That seems really odd. It's just that after here... no, sorry, knight to e6 after... Oh, yeah, because it's defended by the knight, of course. Okay, let's see. Yeah, we got time for one more. I always kind of keep my games to as soon as there's like... I don't know, as soon as we are over an hour, I'm not starting anything new, but under an hour I feel like it's fine to start one more. I like playing against these openings where they shut out this bishop early. It just kind of eases my mind a little bit. Now we need to play here. And this is actually a very, very, very ideal setup for us. If we can get that knight out of the way, we have ideas of the Greek gift sacrifice, but with this knight covering it, it's a little too strong. Maybe not too strong, but we could play here, here, here. Seems like an interesting idea. The Queen's Stonewall, though, is to go here, and if he takes, and we've gotten the knight out of the way, and we have ease of access for the queen, but we no longer have the supporting knight, so I think Well, I think we can play here and then start pushing pawns is going to be the goal. But what was it that I said? Oh, to push. Yeah, here. That does look like an interesting move, though. And now we have ideas of the Greek gift. I think. Maybe not, though. Just thinking, if I have here, 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 here. Thing is, he has queen there. So maybe that's not so good because I don't really know what I do with my... But I think I can just play here. Defended by the rook. This is defended, right? Oh, yeah, but that was a little bit silly of me. Ah, and that was even more silly of me. I had this idea here. Did I not? No, I didn't. Because the knight was in the way. So yeah, our queen's looking a little funky here. I wonder if f6 is okay. I kind of don't think it is. It looks really bad for us. Maybe it's not so crazy with the ideas of just getting the queen involved early. But I think maybe a more like, let's say a more realistic approach might be to play something like we're about to see here, just to play the rook lift and get on that file. And now I have this idea, which looks really cool. Yeah, I think I have here, and then I have here, and I'm not too sure where he can put his queen, actually. It looks like we may be winning his queen. Yeah, unless I'm mistaken, I think we're just winning his queen here. It's kind of a brutal little tactic. Because our king looks so vulnerable. But in reality, I mean, it's everything's controlled. I think it's kind of just a matter of time here, but he wants to... Okay, yeah. Let's see, are we... Nah, we're officially over an hour, and that's a good one to end on anyway. Just kind of running through some unfortunate soul. Said we actually made 3 mistakes, so let's go over that really quick. Okay, it doesn't like this move. It's never gonna like this move, but it's the idea. So instead of playing here, wondering if we had. I think here is a blunder. After here, he plays g8, and yeah, with that there's just no getting around it. This is a mistake. e4 is best here. I don't know why. Yeah, b5 seems fine. What's our okay, wait, no, so let's say that they do take. I think that's okay. And I'm gonna go back to that in a second. While we're looking at the ideas of Greek gifts, it says this is a mistake. I think did we have this move here? No, it's a blunder. It goes to about equal. If we just took on g5 though, it would have been good for us. After queen takes, we have e4. Queen goes to, it likes queen to h4. But let's say that he plays a bit more safe, right? He goes here. We have queen to h5. And the idea is that if they take here. Okay, now that was a missed win. We needed to play g5 here. Okay, and they go here, and then we play... Or actually, no, they could play this move here. Looks best. Then we take on e4, threatening... Oh, yeah, because the rook. Interesting. Threatening checkmate. They have g6, which, again, looks like they're kind of just defending everything. Wow. So this move is kind of crazy, but the idea is after here, and now you're really far up, and you're looking to come in and, like, plays here, right? Drop down to f2, and you're going to double the rooks, basically. And come in and play here, and take after here, and you should be winning a piece. Interesting. It didn't like our f3 move. It wanted e4 here. Oh, it wanted e4 here, and I'm not too sure what the... and then after it likes like b5, and we can take here, they take here. Then we play f2, which I'm not too sure why we're playing this so early. And basically the line is b6, and then queen... Jump between queen to h5 and knight to f1. Undeveloping our knight, but then also playing here. This looks like a lot more natural, I think. So yeah. And then he has g6, yes, of course. We can play queen to... Then we go back to queen to e2. So I don't get this line, to be honest with you. I'm not going to try and really understand it too much. So this is a mistake, whatever. I don't believe it because I don't know. I think in computer it's maybe easier to play, but I think for humans, I think we did just fine. So anyway, yeah, those were today's games. We did really well. I think we went 4-0, and we kind of popped right back up in the ratings, which I'm happy to see. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed tonight's games. And yeah, have a good one. Thanks for watching.